Howdy, folks. Today we're looking at the Millennium Edition reprint of Plop #1 from 1973 in DC Comics. Ye cats, friend, you join us on a rare day as our spotlight falls on one of the most star-studded and storied anthologies in comics history. Yes, it's Plop. It would be difficult to argue against the editorial tenure of Joe Orlando as one of the most significant aftershocks to follow the brilliant earthquake of EC Comics. The spirit of that hoary revenant echoes across the pages of today's specimen, and they're not being subtle about it. The text page included in the first issue says explicitly that the editor used to draw for EC, and now they're going to try to make one like they used to. The other guiding star, as also stated, was to create another vehicle for the great Sergio Aragonés, ubiquitous contributor to DC's horror books under Orlando's tenure, a long and amicable relationship until Sergio walked in '77 over a new contract. But up until that moment, the man's work was the glue that held together DC's strongest line across a shaky period at the company. Sergio was already a fixture across town at the real EC's last surviving outpost, the redoubtable Mad. The rest of the magazine is no less impressive. For starters, the cover is by Basil Wolverton, still freaking the squares well into the age of Nixon. The magazine is split between macabre gag cartoons and longer features. There's a pseudo-parody in the form of Kongzilla, written by Frank Robbins and drawn by George Evans. Sheldon Mayer pops in for a quick couple pages, with Alfredo Alcala giving us his best Wally Wood. And the rear of the magazine is an absolutely gorgeous slab of prime-era Bernie Wrightson, with a young Steve Skeets on script. The gags have real bite, with a few genuinely unsettling bits scattered throughout. There's not a lot of blood, but the book is otherwise fairly gruesome. Clearly, Orlando was paying attention to the slackening of the comics code in the early 70s, pushing the envelope to approximate as well he could the classic EC formula, summed in a remarkably plastic dictum. The bulk of the work entailed in making good comics consists of providing a space for talented people to have fun. Do that and everything else falls into place. Orlando's editorial acumen would linger in the legacy of his immediate successor, Len Wein, and in turn through Wein's own hand-picked heir, Karen Berger.